this is the result of a couple of months worth of hauls. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze it into maybe 2 videos. Might have to be 3 because I don't want these videos to be too long. But this is my Beauty Bay haul. So without further ado, let's get into this. Hey everyone, if you're new around here, hi, my name is Abby, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. So today's video is going to be a makeup haul video, or say makeup slash skincare video. We'll see how this goes. So I bought quite a few things from Beauty Bay, and it wasn't in one go. It was basically across all the different promotions that they've had for a few months. And if you're not new to my channel, when it comes to my hauls, sometimes I buy stuff and I just sit on it for a while until life gives me the opportunity to film a video. Yeah, so this is the video. I am going to talk about the palettes I have first. So the first palette, probably one of the most exciting palettes that Beauty Bay launched, and if you don't already know, Beauty Bay do have some amazing eyeshadow palettes. Robert Welsh talks about them quite a lot. Makeup Missa. I mean, if you're into like the beauty, like makeup space, in terms of like makeup looks and beauty product reviews, things like that, you would have heard of a lot of people raving about Beauty Bay eyeshadows. And I think even Tammy Clark also talks about them quite a few times. So this eyeshadow palette has been in and out of stock for the longest time. So this is the Sunset Horizons 20 color palette, and everything should be showing true to the actual color. I absolutely love the color story in here, and I do buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I feel like one day when I'm brave enough, I'm going to show you all the eyeshadow palettes I have, because for somebody who doesn't even go out that much and who doesn't even wear makeup that much, it's insane. And I think I definitely need to reassess my life, or reassess my choices when it comes to what I'm spending my money on, my fun money that is anyway. So these are the colors. They really are beautiful, and the thing that attracted me to this palette is the fact that they are, again, sunset. I love sunset colors. Like my whole wedding theme was sunset. Was like all colors of the sunset. It was really super colorful, and that's how colorful I can be. So, and I don't wear a lot of color on this channel per se, but that is how colorful I can be. I love color. And speaking of color, just as a sidetrack, I do watch a lot of fashion influencers and people like Monroe Steele, Tanika especially. She put color on the map for me. I love that woman, and I love the way she dresses. Like, she is the best color blocker ever, if there was such a thing. I absolutely love her style. But yeah, when it comes to color makeup though, that I would definitely say first and foremost is probably Makeup Missa, because I've watched her channel for years. And she does do amazing makeup looks, and her channel is just like, I mean, her makeup skills have come along so far. That's where I wish I could be at this point, if I actually took the time to play with makeup. But anyway, I digress. This is the palette, and I absolutely love the colors. I'm going to swatch a few colors just to see. Okay, so these are all the colors I've got. This purple is insane. I love it. And then the gold shimmer, the black, this burnt orange red shade, and then the shimmer, which is like a duochrome gold slash rose pink. And like I said, this eyeshadow palette comes in and out of stock. I think it was meant to be like a limited edition, I think. I absolutely love the colors in here, and I just hope one day I can actually take the time to play with this like I should do. The boxes are quite chunky though, I will say. Like, the boxes from Beauty Bay are really cute, but again, it's just so the eyeshadows can be like well packaged. The next eyeshadow palette that I got is the Wilderness eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like. Again, this should be true to color. Yeah, this is exactly what I see in real life. Again, this is another color story that I really like. Right, so we have the shade Lime. I didn't even say what the shades were in the other eyeshadow palette, but this is the shade Lime. It's so smooth. And then we have the shade Poppy, which is the red. The green is the shade Breeze. And then we have the shade, what is this, Twilight. And then we have the shade Ocean. And there's still quite a lot. I've just done a swatch, believe it or not, and there's still quite a lot of color on my hands. So yeah, I absolutely love this Ocean color. It's so amazing, especially next to the blue as well, maybe even with the green. These are absolutely crazy. Next I have the Sample Beauty Equalizer palette. And again, it comes with a mirror, by the way. So this is what this looks like. I am not a makeup artist. Why do I have so many of these eyeshadow palettes? I honestly don't know, but I do know Sample Beauty do really good pigmented eyeshadows. Before Beauty Bay, Sample Beauty were one of the affordable brands that I knew. Before Beauty Bay started doing their own eyeshadow palettes, Sample Beauty was selling on Beauty Bay, and they were the most affordable for like the pigmentation, next to say a few of like the Revolution eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick a few. Got glitter all over my hands now. Right, so I'm just gonna swatch 5 colors. This first one is Gibber. And then actually let's do this backwards. So we have black. Look at this black. This black is insane. It's called Thunder. Then we have Bubble, which is the pink. And this green, this very trendy Kelly green, it's called Grass. And then we have Yellow Shimmer, which is called Duck. It's more like a yellow golden shade. These are absolutely amazing. And I won't be surprised if some of these actually stain, because they do pack so much of a punch. Next we have a really fun brand. This is the brand called Soda. I tried their mascara, their blue and green mascara, in a previous video, just trying a coloured mascara for the first time. But they have a bunch of products on the Beauty Bay website. So this was on offer at the time. So this was on offer at the time, and it's, like I said, it's quite a fun cutesy brand, but it's still a brand that I could, you know, get into. This is called Create Yourself. So this is what the colors story is. It's a bit more muted. Actually, it's a lot more muted, but this is more like an everyday, definitely an everyday palette. I've never tried their eyeshadows before, but it has enough for me to create a look with, as in it has like enough matte shades, deep shades, where it has the reddish brown, which is called Lucky, which I will swatch. And even swatching some of these, it feels really nice. Let me check the green. Let's try the yellow as well, because yellow's a tricky shade. So let's try Spring Day. And then Lucky. What is this? Butterfly. Paradise. And then Eric. Eric is a bit more patchy, but then it's a pastel yellow, so that was always going to be tricky. If you're going to get some color payoff, you definitely want to use a white base. Yeah, this would need building, I think. It's coming off really patchy. or just really light, to be honest, because against, you know, brown skin tone, a pastel color like that was always going to be tricky. But everything's swatched really nicely, and it's really smooth, and it feels really buttery as well. So yeah, these are the colors. Really good pigmentation, not as much as like the Beauty Bay or the Sample Beauty shadows, but then with these colors, because again they're so muted, they're probably less forgiving. But I'll definitely see if I can create something with this. Might just have to be a quick video of just me playing with it, nothing too elaborate, but I quite like it. It's good like as an everyday, because again there aren't any kind of shouty colors in here. Everything's quite muted, and there's a good range of matte to shimmers. In fact, there's quite a lot of shimmer options, and the shimmers aren't like blingy shimmers, even though they are really nicely they are pigmented. They're just not like the, what do you call it, like the blinding type of shimmers. They're like a softer shimmer. This shade is Dream. It's like a pinky shimmer. They're not like the most metallic, but they're also not dull, and I think that was intended. So yeah, I quite like this. Again, I do have one more smaller eyeshadow palette from Revolution Pro, and it's the Glam Mood Golden Hour eyeshadow palette. It's a 6-pan palette. So this is what it looks like. And again, it's another everyday type of eyeshadow palette. So everything is a matte except this corally shimmer here, and it's called Sunset. So I'm just watching everything in order from the top row. Yeah, this is quite close to my skin tone shade. It'd be a good transition color. Oh, let me try that again. This is the peach shade. It's swatching a lot lighter, or shall I say even a bit more chalkier than I thought. Hopefully you can see that. So this is everything from the top. We have Summer Vibes, Sunset, Rustic, Peach, and Bronze here. So this shade here is almost non-existent. It's very close to my skin tone, just slightly darker. And this is coming off a bit more lighter, slightly more ashy than it looks in the pan. I expected to be able to see the color a bit more, but it's really surprising how light it is on my skin compared to what it looks like. It's definitely a bit more chalky. I was hoping I could actually use this as a blush shade, because it's very close to like a muted blush on like brown skin. It would have been, I thought it would have been a really nice type of blush. But the one shimmer in here, the Sunset shimmer, is actually quite a decent shimmer. It's like a slightly wet type of shimmer, and again it's really buttery when I applied it. It's not the most blinding like metallic shimmer, but it's definitely there, that one. And there's definitely enough colors. I mean, barring this peach shade, if you are like of darker skin, you do have these two shades to create like a smoky look and a bit of shimmer. But if the shade had a bit more like a deeper like tone to it, it would have been really good to have that almost like another option to blend out either. Yeah, just as another option to blend out like this deep brown shade, which is really good actually. So yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to use this almost like contour, bronzer, contour, bronzer, blush, highlight even. But you know, it's one of those, I think I can probably squeeze that kind of look out of there. Maybe, but I'm just not too sure about this blush shade. Well, this would be blush shade, that's a bit too light. So those are all the palettes I got from the my haul. I have 2 more things I think I can squeeze in before my battery finally dies, because I've been filming all day. So this next item is actually a quad. I wanted to get this when the Revolution, the XX Revolution, you know, a sub brand launched. Trying to get it out of the packet. Oh, geez. It's fine. So this is the Extreme Express Shadow Palette. It has this amazing packaging. This is meant to be their more high-end, and it really is in terms of like the quality. Their more high-end range. This is their most expensive launch, I want to say, in terms of like the brands under the Revolution brand. XX is their more high-end, and it really is in terms of like the quality of the products that they have. It also, you can see it in the packaging as well. I absolutely love all the packaging from XX Revolution because they don't break. So unlike some other products I've bought historically, where the product inside it is amazing, like their highlighters where they came with small, actually I'll show you. I've bought a few of these highlighters. This is another thing I bought from the haul, by the way. So I bought a highlighter from the Reloaded from this range a while back, ages ago. I think I bought 2 actually. Both of them broke because it only has this single hinge, and if you keep like opening up the package and you kind of put too much pressure when you open it up from like the top, eventually this will crack, and then there's nothing holding the package together. So these what do you call it, these this type of packaging where there's a longer barrel at the back is a lot more stable, a heck of a lot more stable than something like that. So a lot of the cheaper makeup brands tend to have this type of single small hinge where if it breaks, that's it, whereas the you know, more high-end brands tend to have more solid packaging, and it really is just such a nice package. Yeah, I absolutely love the packaging and the weight of it as well. It just speaks higher quality. So this is the Extreme Express Shadow Palette, and it's there. They have like, I think maybe 6 or 7 other colors like this, and I really wanted to get it, but again I thought it was just quite a lot of money for just 4 shadows, and that's even with the fact that I know this is meant to be their high-end, you know, their high-end brand. So I waited and waited and waited until it actually went on sale, and I was able to get this for a much more affordable price. So this is again another everyday eyeshadow palette that you can just take with you, and it doesn't take that much space. So I'm going to swatch it because I haven't swatched it yet. This gold looks like the most metallic, blinding gold ever. Okay, so just to show you again. So you have 2 shimmer options, like a darker brown, and the transition shade, which is more of an orange, which is great for most brown skin girls. Let me just try swatching this brown again. The brown could be a little bit darker, but it's enough to create, you know, a shadow. And then lastly, I have the Vividness Complexion palette. Again, I really wanted to get this, but it was a little bit too pricey getting it full price, so I waited for it to go on offer. Again, really solid packaging. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yes. So this just has the most delicious brown skin, dark skin friendly highlighter shades. They really are intense. You could even use this as an, there's no reason why you can't use this as an eyeshadow topper. Anyway, sorry, these are the colors. They really are so nice and buttery and smooth. They're a lot. You could definitely use this as an eyeshadow. There's no reason why you can't use this as an eyeshadow. But it's so pretty. Look at this. Again, this is very true to color. Love it, and it comes with a mirror as well. So those are all the complexion products that I got. Actually, I also got so those are all the products I have. I'm going to keep filming until this battery cuts off. So I got another one of my Revolution Super Matte powder. I love this powder because it contains pink clay, niacinamide, and it has a really nice smoothing, blurring type of finish to it once you do apply it. My shade is Toffee, and it's slightly more olive than my actual skin tone shade. But once I apply everything I need to apply, it, you know, it works out quite well. It's more like a medium coverage, but you can probably build it up to full if you like really pack it on. I only use it like as a finishing step after I've either applied foundation and concealer or concealer alone. So yeah, I love it for every day, and it's so cheap. I just love the fact that it has really good quality ingredients. Something from the Soda brand again, I got their pressed highlighter. It's a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. So this is what their packaging looks like. Again, really cutesy. And this is called hashtag baby get higher, I think. I don't know, I think. Anyway, there's so many hashtags on the back. So I'm just gonna swatch. It doesn't look like it would be the most blinding highlighter. And I think because it's so pale as well, actually it does melt in like once you rub it in, but it's, you know, quite ashy. So it's kind of one of those highlighters you can use in your inner corner, or after you first applied the first base of highlighter, like really concentrate it just on the tip of your cheekbones. You wouldn't be able to use this all over your cheeks unless you're really pale or just light skinned. So yeah, but I really like it. At first it felt like it was going to be like a dry highlighter, but it kind of blends into your skin the more you rub it. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And then I already showed you one of these, so I got two of these Revolution blushers, these Revolution Reloaded blushers. This is what they look like. So this is Baked Peach, and this is Coral Dream. So this is more pink, this is slightly more coral, funny enough. Actually no, so this is more of a slightly darker shade. It's more muted, and this for some reason is reading, yeah, this has like a slightly pink peachy tone to it. I wish I had gotten something that was a bit more different, I guess. If I had to pick, I'll probably swap this one out for another shade. But again, you know how it is online, it's hard to tell what the true color is, but it's something I would use. But it's just so close to this shade, and I know I'd probably prefer this over that. So yeah, this is Baked Peach, and this is the one I would prefer. But I'll definitely try both. So this shade is the Baked Peach over here, and this is Coral Dream. So you can see there is a slight difference. Either is good on my skin tone, but I do like them, and they apply really nicely actually. So that's everything I'm going to show in this part of the video. Tune in next time for part 2 and possibly part 3. So that is it for this video. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and also please do give this video a thumbs up. That really does help my video out. So until next time, stay blessed, have a great morning, afternoon, evening or night wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.